The Turkeyfoot Rams versus the Meyersdale Red Raiders in the battle for Westpac South. Hello, friends. My name is Luke Bowers, and today the Turkeyfoot Rams will look to get back in the winning column after dropping their past three contests here on this cold and frigid day in Confluence, PA. Meanwhile, for the Red Raiders, they are trying to go above 500 on the year after they currently stand with a 2-2 record. Now, for Turkeyfoot today, they will throw their ace Blake Nicholson, who currently holds a 2-0 record on the season, where he has pitched 5 2/3 innings from the mound. In those innings, he has only allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and has struck out 10. Now, yesterday, the Rams really struggled at the plate against the Vikings of Shanksville, as they limited the Rams to only 1 hit and only 2 runs on the game, as Turkeyfoot fell 2-8. Will Toy pitched in that game and threw 5 2/3 innings, giving up 9 hits, 8 runs, 3 walks, and retiring 2 batters over 100 pitches. After Toy was pulled from the game, reliever Bryce Schmidt was brought into the game, throwing 6 pitches over a third of an inning. Meanwhile, for Meyersdale, they currently hold a 2-2 record on the season and will look to get back in the win column here today. In order to do so, they will hand the ball to fireballer Bryson Seckler to pitch from the rubber. Now, currently, the Red Raiders are sitting in 4th place on the standings, but will look to move up to 3rd place today if they can defeat the opposing Rams. Well, that will do it here for our pregame show here in Confluence, as we will step aside before presenting you my 3 keys to the game right after this. Well, welcome back, everyone, as we get set to take a look at my 3s to the game for the Red Raiders and Rams. First off, for Meyersdale, I picked attack the zone. Today, I believe that Meyersdale will need to hit and make contact as much as they can when pitchers are thrown into the strike zone and across the plate. Next, I selected make quick outs. One thing that I think will really hurt the Rams here today if the Red Raiders can make quick and multiple outs and limit the Rams' productivity on the bases. Now, lastly, for the visitors, I have smart baseball. Not only do the Red Raiders need to make quick outs, but I also believe they need to play smart ball while on the field. If they can make the right plays and do it while playing the game smartly, I believe that Meyersdale can come out on top. Now, for the home team, I have put the ball in play. What Turkeyfoot has to do is make contact with the ball and get in play. This is something that the Rams have struggled with, especially only having 1 hit against Shanksville last evening. Now, my second key is limit the errors. The Rams have had a hard time this season when it comes to keeping the errors at a minimum, but today is going to play a big role in the outcome of this game, so the Rams are going to have to prevent the errors from happening. My final key for the home team is prevent the wild pitches. One thing that the Red Raiders will capitalize on today is wild pitches and pass balls, so Rams need to eliminate that as much as possible here today and prevent Meyersdale from moving up on the base paths. Well, everyone, those are my 3 keys to the game. As Meyersdale finishes warming up here on the field, we'll step aside here as the Meyersdale Red Raiders versus the Turkeyfoot Rams, and a battle between 2 good pitchers between Nicholson and Seckler. We'll step aside here before presenting you the starting lineups and first pitch right after this. As the Turkeyfoot Rams make their way onto the field, let's take a look at how they'll be positioned here today. Behind the plate will be Grant Grove doing the catching duties as always for the Rams. Down the first base line, Hunter Holiday will stand wearing the number 8 on his jersey. Meanwhile, over at second, Bryce Schmidt is standing there with a gray hoodie on and a blue jersey. Then over at shortstop is Will Toy wearing number 2. Then at third base, the junior Jesse Culp, number 23. Down in left field, Brandon Trussler, number 28 for the Rams. And center field, the junior Cameron Kemp, who wears the number 6 on his jersey. And lastly, in right field for Turkeyfoot is Stephen Hoover, wearing number 3. Now as we take a look at the starting lineup for the Meyersdale Red Raiders, leading off is Bryson Seckler, the pitcher. Then batting second is Donica, number 8, the shortstop. Doing the catching duties and batting third is Harvey. Batting fourth is Boyce at third base. Batting fifth is Kretschmann in center field. Batting sixth is Geiger in right field. Seventh is Collins at first base wearing number 4. Batting eighth is Schrock at second base wearing number 22. Ninth is Walker in left field. And lastly, doing the DHing today for the Red Raiders will be Aldinger wearing number 15. A cold, windy day here in Confluence. Temperatures sitting at 40 degrees here on first pitch with some good bit of wind moving in and some partly clouds up above us as Nicholson will toss that one in for a strike and throw it down the second base before the Red Raiders come to plate here to start off the game. Well, we appreciate all of you watching here today on the live stream. Probably a good day to be watching if you can't make it out to the game because of these colder temperatures. So we hope you enjoy the broadcast, and we hope that whatever team you're cheering for here today can get the victory. And we'll see what happens as Nicholson settles on the hill and Seckler will walk up to the plate. One big thing today for both teams is making sure those pitchers keep their arms warm, as this cold weather can really do some damage, and we'll see how that will affect the pitchers throughout the game as Nicholson deals the first pitch for a called strike on the outside corner to open up the game. So with one strike, Nicholson comes out once more from the mound. The 1-0-1 pitch taken low for ball 1. Bryson Seckler coming to the plate wearing number 1. The Red Raiders are dressed in their black uniforms, gray pants, while the Rams are in their blue home uniforms and also in their gray pants, as that one's poked foul down the third base line to move the count to a ball and 2 strikes. As Nicholson will settle in from the mound, trying to get the batter Seckler to start off the game with an out. He holds that ball in front of his mitt and will toss that one in, but missed outside to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So as Bryson Seckler comes set, Nicholson with the toss, the changeup, just inside for ball 3. A beautiful pitch by Nicholson, but just couldn't locate it in the zone there, as it was a tad bit inside, and that will load up the count. Nicholson comes set, 3-2 count. That one's chopped over to second base, and he'll take a bad hop right in front of the grass and skip over the glove of Schmidt. And Meyersdale will start off the game here with a single to open up the first inning. So now Donica will come to the plate as one of the Red Raiders on the bench quickly comes out and gives the pitcher Seckler at first base a sweatshirt to put on to make sure, as I mentioned earlier, to keep that arm nice and warm. As Donica will come to the plate. He'll be doing the shortstop duties today, batting second in this lineup for Meyersdale, as Seckler having a little bit of a tough time over there at first base getting the sweatshirt on, but finally able to get it over his head, and Nicholson will come from the stretch. Home plate umpire gives the go-ahead. Nicholson with the toss. That one is held on by the batter Donica, as he initially showed bunt, but quickly pulled back as that one was up high. Got past the catcher Grove, on the wild pitch, so Seckler will move up a bag to put him in scoring position. Slight lead there by Seckler. A little bounce back and forth as Nicholson will throw off the mound and try to get him back in time. Schmidt was there, but he couldn't get the tag on Seckler before he got back to the bag safely. So Seckler will move off a little more from the bag as Nicholson comes set once more. The throw, that one missed outside for ball 2 here on the at-bat of Donica. Everyone today dressed pretty warm here, as you almost have to be because of these cold weather. As Nicholson tosses that one in for the first called strike on the at-bat of Donica to move the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Nicholson checks on the runner at second, Seckler. The pitch home is up high for ball 3 as the batter Donica holds the bat there to make sure he doesn't get called for the strike. So now with a 3-1 count, Donica has the at-bat in his favor, and he'll settle in the box here as Nicholson will deal from the mound. That one skips by the catcher, Grove. Takes a bad bounce off of the backstop. Grove read that one perfectly, but the throw was a tad bit shy of the third baseman, Culp, and Seckler was quick to jump on that one. And he will get into third base safely, with Donica moving to first base on the walk, bringing up the number 3 batter, John Harvey, to the plate. Harvey, a tall batter, the right-hander, shows bunt. Nicholson will throw. That one's pulled up, and it's taken for a ball up high at the helmet. And so the first pitch is opened up with the ball here with no outs in the top of the first inning. A 0-0 ball game, but the Red Raiders are in business. So that one skips in the dirt for ball 2. Donica moves up to second on the play to put 2 runners in scoring position here for the Red Raiders of Meyersdale. Nicholson trying to work his way out. He's got to get 3 outs to do so. Trying to get it started here with Harvey at the plate, but he misses once again as that pitch is tossed outside for a ball. So 2-0 count. Nicholson trying to battle his way back through here as he tosses that one, but it once again misses. Excuse me, that must have been ball 4, my mistake. So that will actually put the bases full for the batter, Matt Boyce, coming to the plate as he'll talk things over down the line with Meyersdale's third base coach. And he'll work his way back over to the batting box and make his appearance known as he settles in. Nicholson has the bases full. He doesn't have any room to put the batter Boyce on, and a ball is taken here to open up the at-bat by Boyce. A little bit of sun moving in here in Confluence. Maybe we can get the temperature warmed up a little bit, but it appears that Nicholson maybe is warming up that arm as he gets a cold strike on the batter Boyce to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. That one's sharply fouled back to the backstop by Boyce, so the count will move to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Turkeyfoot, of course, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, trying to get back as they dropped their last 3 games. They started off the season red hot, winning the first 3, but have struggled here lately and trying to get a win here against Meyersdale. That one will skip by Schmidt at second base. That will score 2 for the Red Raiders as the toss home is not in time, and the runners will each move up a base. And Red Raiders are on top here early with a 2-0 lead. Of course, Harvey and Boyce each moved up a base on the throw from center field by Cameron Kemp. It just wasn't in time to get the runner Donica at the plate. And now that will bring up Gabe Crutchman to the plate, and he gets a cold strike early with runners on the second and third base bag. The pitch by Nicholson, that's chopped over the toy. He'll play it in front of him and toss it over to first base to retire the batter Kretschmann. But that will move up the runner Boyce the third and score Harvey. And so Kretschmann will pick up the RBI and bring up Geiger to the plate. As he takes a cold strike here to start off the opening at bat here, the number 6 batter for the Red Raiders. They're leading right now by a score 3-0. Has a swing and a miss on a nasty pitch from the pitcher Nicholson to put the count at 0-2, and Nicholson stands at 1 pitch away from retiring the batter Tyler Geiger here for the Red Raiders. Nicholson will come set the toss. Chase pitch doesn't get Geiger to swing, and the ball is taken to put the count at 1-2 strikes. Runner standing on third base for the Red Raiders. Geiger trying to drive him home, and he'll come set by the throw by Nicholson. The pitch by Nicholson is tossed by Toy. A bang play as the pitch was thrown. Geiger made contact and soft little blooper over to shortstop, but Toy was able to stand his ground, get it up in time, and just get the runner Geiger at first base. But in the process, Geiger also will pick up an RBI as Boyce scores to clear the bases for Dayton Collins to come to the plate. Collins' opening pitch is just a bit outside for ball 1. Here in Confluence, top of the first inning, Red Raiders are on top 4-0 over Turkeyfoot. Rams sitting with 2 outs trying to get out of the inning as that one will be tossed low and inside. It'll take a bad bounce and get behind the catcher Grove to put the count at 2-0 strikes here on Collins. Nicholson comes set. The toss, a swing and a miss by Collins. And Nicholson gets the first strike at the at-bat as Collins caught himself whiffing at that pitch to move the count to 2-1. Nicholson tries to get the outside swing by Collins. Collins says no. And now a hitter's count for the batter here with a 3-1 pitch count. Nicholson from the rubber. That one's inside for ball 4 to put Collins on base. And now up to the plate will be Braden Schrock for the Red Raiders here with Collins at first base. We'll see what Collins does on the base pads as Rams are going to have to be careful here. As I mentioned, with my 3 keys to the game, they're going to have to keep the stolen pass balls and wild pitches from happening. That way there would be no advancement by the Meyersdale runners as Nicholson throws the pitch inside for a ball taken by the batter Schrock. Second pitch on the at-bat is a called strike outside of the zone, an outside pitch to move the count to a ball and a strike with 2 outs. Nicholson and his team are trying to get out of this inning in the top of the first. A swing and a miss by Schrock. At first I thought it was foul tip, but the umpire says no as it got by the catcher Grove to move up the runner Collins to second base. Nicholson with a 1-2 count, trying to end the inning here, and that one is outside for ball 2. Move the count to 2-2 strikes. 2-2 count. Nicholson from the hill. The set, the throw. A cold strike 3 inside retires the batter Schrock to end the inning. Well, Meyersdale gets 4 on the board, but the Rams are coming to bat right after this. we welcome you back here to Confluence. Let's take a look at the batting order for the home team, the Turkeyfoot Rams. Leading off is Will Toy, the shortstop. Batting second, Cameron Kemp in center field. And left field is Brandon Trussler. And batting fourth in the cleanup spot is Blake Nicholson. Obviously, he's pitching today for the Rams. And batting fifth is Hunter Holiday at first base. Batting sixth is Jesse Culp, number 23. Seventh is Grant Grove as he moves down in the order for the Rams, batting seventh. Then batting eighth is Bryce Schmidt, number 1, at the second base bag today for Turkeyfoot. And lastly, cleaning up the order for Turkeyfoot is Stephen Hoover, batting ninth in right field. Now, meanwhile, on the field for the Red Raiders, we'll take a look at how they'll be aligned. Doing the catching is Harvey behind the plate. On the mound is Bryson Seckler. At first base is Collins, wearing number 4. Second base is Schrock, wearing the number 22 on the back of his jersey. Over at shortstop, Donica will be playing. Third base is Boyce, number 2. Then in left field, Walker, wearing the number 1. Center field is Kretschmann, and in right field is Geiger. As Will Toy will make his way out of the dugout and take a few swings outside of the box as he comes to bat here. As it appears that we have a dog on the field here today, as he'll quickly make his way off, and hopefully a neighbor's dog there makes his appearance every now and then as he'll make his way off the field. Maybe even the mascot for the Rams here, the dog's little fun mascot that pops in every now and then as Toy takes a called strike to start off the at-bat for the Rams. Senior playing his first year of baseball since Little League. He's been dominant so far this season for the Rams, both on the field and at the plate, as he tries to continue that success, but will pop that one over to the third baseman, Boyce. Back on his Boyce, but it falls out of his glove at the last minute. So, a lucky bounce off the glove by Boyce will put Toy on for the Rams and bring Cameron Kemp to the plate. So, Cameron Kemp coming to bat with Toy standing at the first base bag as the opening pitch is smacked down into right field as it finds the gap, and Toy will round second, and that will be 2 back-to-back hits for the Rams, and they're looking good here so far at the plate, already having 2 hits. Yesterday they were able only to have 1, so already topping that number with Brandon Trussler coming up to bat. So he'll pound the plate, and he has Toy and Kemp standing on the base pads here. Seckler from the stretch will come set in the gun. That one, a nasty pitch catches Trussler swinging there on the opening pitch, and the count will stand at no balls and 1 strike. No outs. Red Raiders on top 4-0, but the Rams are in business here with runners at first and second, as that one gets off the catcher's glove of Harvey as that pitch was up high, and Toy and Kemp both will move up on the pass ball. So Brandon Trussler here with a 1-1 count, with runners now even a base closer from scoring. Seckler holds the ball from behind the belt, and a 1-1 pitch home, foul back by Trussler to the backstop to move the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Got the hot chocolate out today. Trying to make the best of this colder day of baseball in spring. Seckler once again will push off that mound, and that one smacked by Seckler. He's on his horse, and he'll be tossed out at first base. But in the meantime, Will Toy will score on the sacrifice out. And Kemp, meanwhile, will remain at second base, with Blake Nicholson coming to the plate. Nicholson, second in batting average this season for the Rams. He'll come inside the box for Turkeyfoot with Cameron Kemp at second base. A little bit of lead, and now the pitcher Seckler will take a step off the mound and look over at Kemp, who's quick to get back to the base. And now Seckler will settle back in on the hill here with a fresh batter, Nicholson, at the plate. That one is fouled off of the arm of Nicholson as it just barely landed in front of the plate there. A little bit of a hack there by the senior, but it only counts as a strike, so, and he's got 2 more strikes to give at the plate as he'll regain his stance in the box. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss by Nicholson. The umpire signals a foul ball was tapped there off the end of Nicholson into the catcher's mitt of Harvey. That put the count at 0-2. Maybe see if Seckler changes up his pitching here and maybe throws an off-speed pitch to try and get Nicholson, or maybe he'll stick with that fastball. We'll see here, and he sticks with the fastball, and Nicholson is caught off guard, and he'll be caught looking for the second out of the inning. So now Hunter Holiday at the plate. Kemp standing on second. The Rams are trying to try to bring him home and not strand any runners on base. 4-1 score. Meyersdale still leading here early in this one. Seckler with the throw. That one low and outside for a ball. And with a 1-0 count and 2 outs, Seckler will come back on the mound and push off of that white rubber, and a swing and a miss. A big chop there by the batter, Holiday. But in the meantime, Kemp steals third base, and I think Meyersdale wasn't expecting that, and Harvey didn't even realize it till the pitch was thrown back to Seckler. And as a heads-up play there by Kemp, moves up 1 base and gets him closer to reaching across home. But in the process, Holiday takes a swing and a miss at that one, and that count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hunter Holiday batting 5th in the order today for the Rams, trying to get on base. Drive Kemp home. Seckler doing the opposite, trying to end the inning here. He needs 1 strike to do so, and a cold strike gets Holiday looking. Back-to-back Ks for the pitcher Seckler. Gets him out of the inning. And that will end the first. Score right now, Red Raiders 4, Rams 1. Back here in Confluence, we'll take a look at the games around the league. Only a pair of games today, and both baseball and softball action. Wimber is traveling to North Star to take on the Cougars, while the Shea Panthers are hosting the Rockwood Rockets in Westpac action. As the Rams make their way back out on the field and are set to face the batting order of the Red Raiders, Walker will lead things off with Aldinger and Seckler set on deck and in the hole for the visitors. As Nicholson opens up the pitch with a swing and a miss by the batter Walker. Sun shining now here in Confluence. Hopefully that sun will keep shining as it feeling a little warmer right now. And we'll see if Nicholson can keep that arm warm and keep those fastballs coming in for strikes. But he's not able to do so there, as that one is low and outside for ball one. 1-1 count for Nicholson. Standing on the mound as he comes set in the throw. That one's poked by the batter, Walker, and he'll find the alley over between second base and first base. And that will put Walker on and bring up the batter, Aldinger, to the plate. Aldinger DHing today for Meyersdale. Did extremely well this season in basketball for the Red Raiders, and trying to keep that up here at the plate as he shows button. He'll poke that one foul down the line. As I apologize here, it appears that it is not the better Aldinger. It's actually appears that they are just going to return to the top of their order. So Bryson Seckler will actually come to the plate here to bat for the Red Raiders. As the ball gets by the catcher, Grove, and the count will go to 3 balls and no strikes. So on the pass ball, 3-0 count here on the batter, Seckler, as Nicholson throws, and that one's fouled back over the heads of the fans watching there behind the plate on the benches. And with the 3-1 count and no outs, Red Raiders have a runner on second base. As Nicholson throws, and that one is hit to right field. Hoover's there, but it'll bounce off of his glove, and Hoover has to get it in time, and the Red Raiders will score 1 off of the error as Walker comes all the way over from second base to score. As that one took a bad bounce off of the glove of Hoover, and they'll cost the Rams a run and move Seckler up to second base with Donica coming to bat. 1-5 is the score here in the top of the second inning. Nicholson stands on the mound for the Rams. He's trying to get in the groove of things here. Pitched 43 pitches so far in this one over 2 innings, and he'll get that one in there for a called strike as it crosses the plate. The batter, Donica. As Nicholson comes set, and that one is poked down the right field line. Picked up there by the first base coach for the Red Raiders, and he hands it off to Holiday, who will toss that ball back over to Nicholson. And with an 0-2 count, Nicholson has a big chance of retiring the batter, Donica, and we'll see if he can do so here. The 0-2 throw. Foul back for a foul ball. Right beside us here at the broadcasting table and camera. And an 0-2 count remains. And Nicholson's trying to end it here on Donica. The toss. That one is swung on and missed by Donica. As the nasty pitch by Nicholson gets the batter Donica swinging, and he'll get the first out of the inning for the Rams and bring up John Harvey to the plate. Runner on second for Meyersdale. Harvey. The throw by Grove as the ball is taken, and over safely the third will be the runner, Seckler. A good steal by the pitcher to get over the third base, as Grove was quick to get it up and toss it there and to the third base bag, just wasn't able to get it in time. So that will move Seckler up a base with the 1-0 count here on Harvey. Swing and a miss here for the right-hander. Blake Nicholson for the Rams in his senior year. played basketball this season for the Rams, second in points on the season, was selected to the All-County first team in basketball. Trying to maybe do that same thing for baseball this year as the pitch to Harvey is taken up high for ball 1. Ball 2. So it's a 2-1 count. Harvey takes a big swing. He's not able to put the barrel on the ball. And the count will go to 2-2. 2-2 count, 1 out. The throw by Nicholson cracked in the right field. Hoover there, but he's going to let it skip in front of him. And the batter, Harvey, has his wheels on, and he's going to be in second base. As a good throw by, I believe that's the center fielder, Nicholson, as it was muffed off the glove of Toy, but I believe that the runner, Harvey, as it appeared, would have got there in time. But once again, the Rams are struggling here with runners with down 6-1 in this one. And with Boyce coming to at bat here for the Red Raiders as he fouls that one back over in front of the Red Raiders dugout. 1 out in this top of the second inning as Matt Boyce at the plate as he holds off on the second pitch to move the count to 1-1. As he's going 1 for 1 today at the plate for Meyersdale. As Nicholson tosses that one, an off-speed pitch over to third base. As that one is tossed over to Holiday. And they'll get the out, but Culp never checked there on the runner, Harvey, and maybe a bad mistake by Harvey as soon as that ball was hit, Harvey never even slowed up. And in the process of doing so, luckily he gets there to third base safely. And now up to the plate for the Red Raiders will be Crutchman. So the batter here for the Red Raiders will hold off on that pitch. As Crutchman settles in here at the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. He's picked up an RBI and he'll take a cold strike on that pitch to put the ball at 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Nicholson trying to prevent the Red Raiders from scoring any more with a runner on third base. A throw by Nicholson, skips in the dirt. The runner's coming home for the Rams and in there and not in time, and Nicholson disagrees as he looks over there at the dugout and disgrace and says no way. But on the pass ball, it'll cost the Rams a run. And Harvey, the runner Harvey will get in safely to extend the Red Raiders lead to 7-1 here today. Nicholson still has a 2-2 count here on the batter Crutchman with 2 outs. Trying to get out of the inning. The throw to the plate up high for ball 3 to load up the count at 3-2. Nicholson, I'm sure, doesn't want to lose the batter Crutchman as he fought hard so far to get this count to where it is. And we'll try to end it here. The 3-2 count to Crutchman. Taken low for ball 4. And Crutchman will be put on first base, with Geiger coming up to bat. So Tyler Geiger, the lefty, coming to play here with a runner on first base. Nicholson tossed that one in for a cold strike. Here with 1 strike and 2 outs on the at-bat of the batter Geiger. Nicholson throws that one home, taking low and outside for ball one. Here with the Meyersdale Red Raiders leading 7-1 right now over Turkeyfoot. Geiger trying to do some more damage at the plate for Meyersdale as the runner Crutchman takes off for second. A cold strike as Grove's throw wasn't able to get there in time. It skipped in front of the shortstop Toy. And Crutchman will pick up a stolen base for Meyersdale and move him up to second base. But with a 1-2 count, Nicholson will deal, and a swing and a miss. Gets the batter Geiger swinging. And that will do things here at the top of the second inning. Right now, 7-1, Meyersdale's up as the Rams come to bat here in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning about to begin with the Rams down 7-1 here against Meyersdale as the number 6, 7, and 8 batter for Turkeyfoot will come to bat with Culp leading them at the plate. As on the day, he's first at bat on the day, batting 6th of 9th in the Rams order as he takes a swing and fouls that one back for a strike. As Bryson Sackler doing a good job from the mound, only throwing 15 pitches. Wow, meanwhile, the opposing pitcher, Nicholson, sitting in the 60s. So obviously a big difference that you can see of how Meyersdale's been able to work the pitcher, Nicholson, and make him throw a lot of pitches in this one. And we'll see if the Rams can retaliate and do the same here against Sackler. As Colt, meanwhile, takes a swing and miss at that one to put the count at a ball and 2 strikes here with no outs. As the pitch by Sackler swung on and missed, he gets the batter Culp swinging, and the first out of the inning for Meyersdale as Culp goes down with a K and will bring up Grove to the plate. Grant Grove, the catcher, batting 7th today. He's been at the top of the order, but head coach Eric Swank has moved him down a little bit here lately, and we'll see how he produces here at the bottom half of the order as he takes a swing and a miss at the first pitch he sees by Sackler. Bryson Sackler, the senior, comes on the rubber, shakes his head at the first signal by the catcher Harvey, but likes the second one, and he'll toss that one, and smacked by Grove. He'll be over to short. A quick play by Donica, and he cannot get the runner Grove in time as Grove hustles down the line and beats out the throw from Donica to put him on base here in the bottom of the second. So with Grove on first base, Bryce Schmidt, the lefty, up in the box he'll come. As he'll try to produce a hit or get on base here inside the box for Turkeyfoot, as Seckler tosses that one, and the runner Grove will take off for second, and then safely Grove will slide in. As in the process, a cold strike was called on Schmidt, but a nice stolen base by Grove to move him up one more bag to second base. Bryce Schmidt, the lone sophomore here on the Rams team, wearing number 1 on his jersey, as pitcher Seckler jumps off the mound and takes a look over there at Grove, who quickly gets back to the second base bag, and Seckler will regain his stance on the pitching mound and toss that one in there as it's fouled back off of the umpire. So he'll signal a foul ball and move the count to 0-2 on Schmidt. One out here in the bottom of the second. Red Raiders maintaining their lead at 7-1 on the day. As Schmidt's trying to get a few more runs here on the board for the Rams, with Grove standing at the second base bag. As Seckler comes set, checks a few times on Grove, and will toss that one outside for the first ball on the at-bat of Schmidt. So 1-2 count. Schmidt has to be careful and maybe expand the zone here a little bit with the count being where it's at. Make sure he doesn't get rung up on the pitch. Seckler, meanwhile, will try to get the called strike. Doesn't get that pitch to get called. So 2 consecutive balls in a row by the right-hander. Seckler evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seckler from the stretch, trying to get the batter Schmidt out here, and Schmidt will make contact and poke that one over to second. There is fielded by Schrock, and an error will be counted against the second baseman Schrock as he bobbled it there at second base. And Schmidt will get on first base safely and move Grove up to third base and put runners on the corners for the 9-batter Hoover, as he'll take a few swings outside of the box here with runners at first and third. 7-1 game is the score. Seckler in a jam here. He's trying to work his way out of it, as he'll once again step off the mound. Something that Seckler appears to love to do so far in this game is not necessarily throw it over at the base, but just really take his time and take a step off the mound and force that runner to get back over to the bag. As the pitch home is taken for a called strike on the batter Hoover. Schmidt with a very slim lead over there at first base for the Rams. Grove getting a good ways down the line. A little bit of clapping, trying to maybe get in ahead of Seckler. As Seckler comes set once again from the mound. He'll toss that one in for a swing and a miss by the batter Stephen Hoover, the senior, playing his first year of baseball for the Rams. And he's got to be careful here with 2 strikes and 1 out. And the pitch now is swung on and missed by the batter Hoover as he goes down swinging for the second out of the inning, with the top of the order coming up for the Rams. So a little bit of yelling there by the manager of the Red Raiders, Buddy Hauser, maybe trying to signal some things over to his team out on the field, as Seckler tosses that one in for an outside ball on the batter William Toy. Seckler on the day has 29 pitches thrown, and Toy right now in top of the order for the Rams has a great chance to get an RBI, or maybe 2, with Schmidt and Grove on the corners. As that one's poked down the line, it stays fair, and a great hit by Toy will score 1 And now an error by the Red Raiders, but luckily, Schmidt doesn't advance that second. That one was drilled down the line, and I think at first, Toy was wondering if it was a foul ball or not. There wasn't much communication there on the field, but he'll get on base here and score a run for the Rams. 7-2 the score with Kemp at the plate, and he'll take that pitch low for a ball. So the Rams can do a good bit of damage here and chop off this lead right now by the Red Raiders. If they can produce at least one or two of these runs by Turkeyfoot, with Seckler dealing from the mound, he'll toss that one into Kemp. Kemp will get a piece of that one and foul it back for strike number one on the at-bat. One count at it. 1-1 count here on the right-handed Kemp. And he'll swing at that one and be poked over to the pitcher Seckler. The easy one-hand toss. And that will strand 2 runs for the Rams and bring us to the close of 2 innings. Right now in Confluence, Rams get a run, but they still are down by 5. Back here for the start of the 3rd inning. Rams are down 7-2 right now, and Frankie Ryan just came over here and talked to me quite briefly and was saying about the last time this Turkeyfoot was able to defeat Meyersdale in baseball was April of all the way back in 1985. So a long time since the Rams have picked up a win here against the Red Raiders. And Coach Ryan was saying that he was actually on the Meyersdale Red Raiders team that year, the last time that the Red Raiders lost to Turkeyfoot. And Rams are trying to get the win here today and maybe even make history and gain that win for the first time since the year of 1985. But they got 4 innings to do so, with Collins coming to the plate. But first they got to stop the Red Raiders here on offense, and Collins will try to keep that going on the days had a walk, as that one takes a wacky bounce in front of the plate, but it's held in front by the catcher Grove. As Nicholson once again will toss that one, and that one's poked over to the shortstop just by Toy there at in between second and third base, and they'll skip its way into the outfield. And a successful single by Collins brings up Schrock to the plate. So, Braden Schrock batting 8th of 9 in this order here today for the Meyersdale Red Raiders. And with a fresh count, that one's taken inside for ball 1. Nicholson sitting at 68 pitches on the day through 2 innings pitched, trying to keep working from the mound here for Turkeyfoot, as he'll toss Off-speed pitch low, and that's outside, and it can't be held in front by the catcher Grove on the wild pitch, and that will move Collins up to second base here in the top of the third inning. As Braden Schrock 0 for 1 on the day here for Meyersdale, as the umpire gives the signal to go ahead to the righty Nicholson, as that one is smacked over to Schmidt, played in front, and quick toss over to Holiday to get the out of Schrock. In the meantime, though, over to third base will slip in Collins and move him over a bag with Miles Walker coming to bat. Excuse me, this is actually Lance Aldinger coming to bat here today for the Meyersdale Red Raiders. So he takes a cold strike on the outside corner. 0-1 with one out as he swings and misses that one up high. And now that will put the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes. And Nicholson will come set from the mound. The throw is low and outside for a ball. Chase pitch doesn't get the batter Aldinger to swing. And now that one is held outside for ball 2 to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lance Aldinger 1 for 1 on the day. As Hill comes into the box here, take a few hacks here for Meyersdale. And now the pitch is thrown in and a swing and a miss. Here we'll put the count at 1 strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out, and that one's taken low and outside for ball 3. Ball 1, excuse me. As Nicholson comes set from the mound, the throw, a called strike on the outside corner. There on the batter, Seckler at the plate. Nicholson comes set from the mound. And now the throw. That one smacked over to shortstop. Toy there to field it, and he'll toss it over to first base and get the runner in time. That will bring us to the middle of the third inning. Score right now, Meyersdale 7, Rams 2. as we take a look at the up-ahead schedule for the Rams. Tomorrow they'll be playing at Northern. That game's set for 4:30, and note about that game, that will not be broadcasted here on my channel. We'll have a day off tomorrow, but we will be back next Tuesday here at Confluence when the Rams take on Paw Paw at 4:30, and then they'll travel to Hyman on that Wednesday to play the Hornets, also scheduled for 4:30, as the Rams come to bat here with Trussler at the plate. Seckler still working from the mound, and Trussler takes a big swing and misses at that one for the first strike of the at-bat. Bottom of the third inning, Rams have been able to tackle on the run in both in the first and second inning. They're trying to do some more damage here, and that one is smacked over to the shortstop, Donica, and an error will be credited to Donica as he bobbled that one at shortstop as he tried to field it, but in the meantime couldn't handle it, and that will put the runner Trussler on. And that's something that we've seen today multiple times here by the Meyersdale infielders. They've just really struggled to get the first batter for the Rams on, and multiple times they've committed errors there on that first hit by the Rams leadoff batter, and hopefully the Red Raiders can clean that up here in the later innings of this one, as that one is hit down the line. A fair ball by Nicholson. What a hit. And now Trussler turning on his wheels. Nicholson at second base, and a double by Nicholson down the line puts runners at second and third for the Rams, with Holiday coming to the plate here for Turkeyfoot. As score is sitting at 7-2, but the Rams have runners at second and third, with their number 5 hitter coming to the plate here. Thanks to the double down the line by Nicholson. And with no outs, the Rams are looking good here in this bottom of the third inning. In the meantime, Holiday will take a swing and miss on the first pitch of the at-bat. Pitcher Bryson Seckler working from the mound for Meyersdale as he'll hold and the throw. Once again, Holiday's caught swinging and missing at that one, and that will move the count to no balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the third inning. As Seckler comes set, and now the throw is fouled back over the backstop to keep the bat alive. Here with still 2 strikes, one the right-handed batter Holiday. 0 for 1 on the day. He's been playing first base, trying to get on first base here today. As once again Seckler will deal from the mound, but swing on and miss by Holiday as the runners. And what a crazy play that was, as the runner Trussler will score from third on the drop third strike by Holiday. Holiday reaches the base safely, and not only that, but the runner Nicholson will move up a base, so everyone moves up a bag, and the Rams score a run on the drop third strike by Holiday, and that will be huge for the Rams, as the Red Raiders can't get an out on that one. And so now Trussler scoring, and Nicholson and Holiday on the corners for the Rams, with Jesse Culp at bat. As the throw down to shorts, as a little bit of a trick play there by the Red Raiders, as Harvey tossed that one over to the shortstop Donica to maybe try Nicholson taking off for home, as Donica remained at shortstop, wasn't even close to the second base. But the runner Nicholson doesn't buy that one, and he'll remain at third, and a good heads-up play there by the Rams to prevent that out from happening. Culp standing in the box, no balls, no outs. Rams second and third, as Culp shows bunt, but can't get the bat on the ball, and he's not able to pull it back either, so it will count as a strike and even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike here with 0 outs on the scoreboard. 7-3, Rams got 2 runners on for second, third base. That one a good bit outside in the dirt for ball 2. And with a 2-1 count, Culp standing in the box for the Rams. Meanwhile, Seckler trying to work back in this count as he falls behind, and he'll pitch that one, but he gets the righty Culp swinging on that one, and he fouls it back. But now Seckler has the 2-2 count on Culp, and he's got a good chance to get the first out here for Meyersdale. As Seckler deals, the up-high pitch is called for a ball, and that will load up the count at 3-2 here on Culp. A huge at-bat here for the Rams with no outs and a full count. We'll see what goes on here as Seckler comes set. The throw. Strike 3 called, and Seckler gets the backwards K as he catches Culp window shopping at that one. And that will retire the batter Culp for the first out of the inning and bring up Grant Grove to the plate. So with 1 out, Grove 1 for 1 on the day. He's got runners on third and second, but he'll take a big swing and a miss at the nasty pitch by the righty Seckler to be the first strike here on the bat. Seckler staying at 47 pitches on the day. Grove once again is caught swinging at the second pitch, and 2 quick strikes on Groves find them down and the count. And Seckler's got a good chance here to get 2 consecutive Ks here in the bottom of the third inning. He'll push off of the hill. The toss, swing and a miss by Grove. He'll get by again. The catcher, Harvey, and twice in the same inning, the Rams go down swinging on the drop third strike, but the Red Raiders just aren't able to get the batter out. This time, though, no one will score across the plate as ducks will be on the pond now here for the lefty Schmidt as that one swung on and missed for an opening strike. 1 out, 1 strike. Rams are on fire here with the bases loaded, trying to get those runners across the plate as Schmidt smacks that one over the head of down the right field. 1 will score, and the runner at third base, Holiday, will be held up, so a poke to right field single by Bryce Schmidt will pick up an RBI and score a run for the Rams, and the bases will remain loaded now for Stephen Hoover to come to the plate as the Red Raiders will gather at the mound for a little bit of a tea party here in the bottom of the third inning. As in the meantime, we would like to send a thank you here to the man behind the camera, Lee Bowers, doing the great job for all of us here today, and we wouldn't be able to do it without him. And he's done an excellent job today, working the camera and everything he does behind the scenes when it comes to the graphics and making all this possible. As we now will take a look at yesterday's results here at Confluence, as Blacklick Valley fell to Carmel Township 10-0. Shanksville defeated the Rams 8-2. In baseball and softball, Wimber took the loss 16-17 in Berlin. What a game that was in softball, thanks to the Berlin walk-off. And lastly, Turkeyfoot fell to Shanksville. In softball, 4-14. That one is lined to the pitcher. Going home is the Rams, and the out is called at the plate. What a play that was, as the line drive slammed off of the pitcher, Seckler. My goodness, as luckily the heads-up play by Seckler, he was able to get the runner out at the plate for Turkeyfoot. And a huge play that was here for the Red Raiders as Hoover just drilled that one. My goodness, back to the pitcher. And the fielder's choice will be credited with Sackler, but luckily for the Red Raiders, they're able to get the runner Holiday out at the plate. And with 2 outs, the top of the order is up for the Rams as Toy takes an open called strike to even up the count at 1-1 here with 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Rams have tacked on 2 runs here to put it a 7-4 game. And they got the game time run at first base here with Toy at the plate. As he'll pop that one. That one's going to go foul, but right there is Collins, and Collins will catch it. And the Rams will strand 3 on the bases. And that will end the inning. Well, the Rams will get 2, and they'll move the score to 7-4. Back here in Confluence, Rams will get 2 runs to shorten the Red Raiders' lead to 7-4, but aren't able to get any more thanks to the good defensive job by the Red Raiders. As the Rams strand 3 in that bottom of the 3rd inning, as the Red Raiders come to bat here with Donica coming to the plate. As the shortstop has gone 0 for 1 on the day. As Nicholson fires that one in there for a ball. Blake Nicholson staying at 80 pitches on the day. He's got 20 more to give. And we'll see how many it takes him to get out of this inning. Out of this top of the 4th inning. As Nicholson tosses that one in for a called strike on the batter Donica. For the first strike of the at-bat here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-1 to score here with no outs. As Nicholson comes down a foul ball line back against the fence there beside the Rams dugout. And now all Blake Nicholson needs is one more pitch here to get to righty Donica. We'll see if he can do so as Nicholson tosses that one. That one's poked down the line. He'll be picked up foul right beside the first base bag by Holiday. And he'll pick it up and give it back over to Nicholson to throw at least one more here on Devin Donica. The throw by Nicholson, just low for ball 2. A little bit low and inside here on the righty. Nicholson will get the ball back and come back to work here from the mound, trying to get it back here. 2-2 count. Nicholson gives the nod, the push, the toss. Up high, and now load up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes with no outs. As Devin Donica couldn't held back on that one, and now that one is slammed down the first base line. A foul ball, as it was just a tad bit to the right side there, as Holiday struggled to keep that one in front of him, but thankfully it went foul as it took a wild bounce there in front of the bag. But with a 3-2 count, Nicholson once again trying to get the batter Donica. The throw, it's low, doesn't get Donica to swing, and that will put Donica on after a long at bat. He makes the pitcher Nicholson throw 8 pitches there. And now John Harvey will come to bat for the Red Raiders. As Nicholson takes a few checks there on the runner Donica. The throw now to the plate. That one's fouled back up in the air. Out of play for a strike. And 0-1 count, no outs. Nicholson, the throw from the mound. That one's a ball up high, but now the throw, a beautiful throw! And just there in time is Donica, who picks up the stolen base. You couldn't have placed it any better if you're the catcher. Grant Grove, what a fire throw that was. It was placed right perfectly at the glove of Toy, but sliding in there just around the tag is Donica, and he'll pick up a successful stolen base. And now Harvey in the box with a 2-1 count here with no outs. As Nicholson comes set, now the throw is up high for a ball. And now the hitters count for Harvey with a 3-1 count. John Harvey's going at 1 for 1 on the day. He's been doing the catching for Meyersdale. And he'll settle in the box here. That one's fouled up. It's going to bounce over the dugout. Oh, actually hit the dugout on top of the Rams, as Grove was quick to get over there. Thought maybe might have a chance of catching it, but it'll take just a little bit over to the right side as it bounces foul. And that will load up the count. A big pitch here for Nicholson with the count at 3-2 with no outs. As Harvey comes set, he'll chop that one over to the pitcher Nicholson. Nicholson quickly to fire it over to get the runner Harvey out at first base. But then doing so, Donica will move up to third and bring up Matt Boyce to the plate. Boyce 1 for 2 on the day. Been playing at third base and is wearing number 2 here for Meyersdale on his black jersey. As Nicholson once again with the throw from the hill. That one's fouled up in the air over the first baseman Holiday. He's tracking. He'll move back and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Here in the top of the 4th inning. A big play that was for Nicholson to get Boyce to fly out there on the first pitch to keep that pitch count at 94. And he's got 6 more pitches to go with great Gabe Crutchman coming to the plate. As he tosses that one for a called strike on Crutchman. Donica down at third base for Meyersdale Red Raiders here with 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Throw by Nicholson. What an off-speed, beautiful pitch that was as he painted the corners and got the strike call. And 2 quick strikes, and now Nicholson only needs 1 more to get out of the inning. Here comes set the throw. A ball's taken low and outside. Donica elects to not go at third for Meyersdale. And so the count will move to 1-2 here on the righty Crutchman. Gabe Crutchman's father, the gym teacher here at Turkeyfoot, as he takes that one high for ball 2. Gabe Crutchman also has a younger brother, Noah Crutchman, who's a freshman, with Greg Crutchman being the senior this year for Meyersdale. As Nicholson will give the nod to the catcher Grove, trying to get him here. The off-speed pitch popped off to the first baseman Holiday and squeezed into the glove as Holiday for the final out of the top of the fourth inning. Well, that will bring us to the close here after 3.5. Score right now, it's the Red Raiders 7, the Rams 4. Bottom of the fourth with the Rams coming to the plate, down by 3. With Cameron Kemp coming to the plate. Kemp 1 for 2 today at the inside of the box. As Seckler will try to keep that arm going, sitting at 55 pitches here today on this Westpac South Conference game, as he tosses that one and quickly poked by Kemp. That one fired off of the glove of Donica, but they're able to stick with it and get the batter Kemp out at first base in time. So now Trussler coming to the plate. Trussler still looking for that first hit. One of the days he is 0 for 2. And Seckler standing tall on the mound. And he'll toss that one low for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 out. Bottom of the fourth, 4-7. Meyersdale is on top. As in the meantime, over here to the left of us, a little bit of bullpen action with Hunter Holiday warming up. Probably getting ready to come in relief here for the Rams, as that one is caught by the second baseman Schrock for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs here by the Rams, and Blake Nicholson will step into the box here to bat. 1 for 2 today at the plate, and the Rams need all the help they can get here in the bottom of the fourth, as they're down by 3 and trying to get not back up with Meyersdale or even get on top, as Seckler initial pitch is missed outside the zone for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Pitcher versus pitcher with Seckler facing Nicholson. As Seckler tosses that one low as it misses the strike zone for a ball. So that will be the second ball of the at-bat here on Nicholson. Holiday standing in on the on-deck circle with Culp in the hole, as Seckler pushes off the mound and will throw that one in, as it immediately hits the bat of Nicholson as he fouls it back to the backstop. Nicholson has been huge this season for the Rams, both at the plate and on the field. He's trying to keep it going here today, as he takes a cold strike right down the pipe to even everything up at 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the fourth inning. Sackler needs one pitch here to get Nicholson. He'll set the throw. That one's popped up, and Sackler gets Nicholson to pop that one up as it flies out to the second baseman truck and halfway to right field. And Sackler throws 8 pitches and gets the 3 outs. And we will step aside here after 4. Top of the 5th is set to begin, as Nicholson will get to face one more batter here for the Rams. And into the box is Geiger here for the Meyersdale Red Raiders, as that one is a called strike. One Geiger, Tyler Geiger, playing right field 0 for 2 today. As Nicholson with a strike on him throws that one outside for a ball. Pitch 101 on the day by Nicholson, was staying at 99 here to start out the inning, so he was able to get that one last pitch on, get one final at bat here against Meyersdale, but on that third pitch here on the AB, he's tossed that one way high to put the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. As Nicholson pushes off the hill. Throw. That one's low for ball 3. And a 3-1 count. And you have to wonder if maybe Nicholson's just getting a little bit tired after throwing all these pitches here today. And most likely we'll see Hunter Holiday come in here next for the Rams, as that one's fouled down the first base line to put the count full here. And the top of the 5th, Nicholson trying to get one last out. Can't do so as it's tossed up high for ball 4. And that will do things here today for Nicholson. As we step aside here, as both teams will make a few changes. Right now the score is 7-4 in the top of the 5th. top of the fifth, Hunter Holiday moves over to the pitching mound for the Rams as Blake Nicholson will transition over to first base as Holiday comes set to throw his first pitch of the day. That one outside for ball one. Hunter Holiday, the senior, making an appearance here today in this one. Has come my third time in relief this season for the Rams as the first called strike is taken by the batter Dayton Collins. 1-for-1 on the day with a walk. Geiger standing at second base. Holiday coming set, and the throw, that one up high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike now here on Holiday. In this eventful game so far with the Red Raiders holding on to that 7-4 lead. That one misses again low for ball 3. To move the count to 3-1 here on the first baseman Collins. As Holiday comes set, the runner takes off for second, but that one will be fouled back by Collins, so Geiger will have to run all the way back to first base. Something that you always dread to do there as a runner is take all the way off for second's full speed and then have to hustle your way back to first as Holiday tries to get the chase pitch by Collins. Collins elects not to, and he'll take a walk. So back-to-back walks here by the Rams, and right now Meyersdale has runners at first and second here with no outs and Schrock at the plate. Schrock 0 for 2 on the day here with no outs. The pitch from Holiday swung on and missed by Schrock. 7-4 remain the score. Schrock still trying to find that first hit on the day here today for the Red Raiders as he rips that one off the umpire. Standing right there behind the mound. Maybe a lucky play there by the Rams as luckily that doesn't get up the gap and go in the outfield as that probably would have scored a run for the Red Raiders, but a bad bounce gets the umpire. And that will keep the bases loaded here with no outs and Oldinger at the plate. The first pitch to the right-hander is taken low outside of the zone for a ball. So with 1 ball and no strikes, Holiday trying to work his way back through this inning. And can't get the zone there as he tried to get the corner call, but wasn't able to do so as the ball missed outside for ball 2. Here with no outs. The step, the throw. Misses once again for ball 3. Inside on Oldinger. So now Holiday has his work cut out for him here with the bases juiced. And Holiday's still trying to find that strike zone here. With 3 balls, no strikes. The throw by Holiday. A beautiful pitch right down the center of the zone for a called strike as batter Oldinger playing a little smart baseball there, electing not to swing there on the 3-0 count. Kind of the golden rule in baseball as Holiday once again will pitch, and that one inside for ball 4. So Holiday will walk a runner home and then give the Meyersdale an 8-4 lead here over the Rams. So now the top of the order with Bryson Seckler coming to the plate. As Holiday has a tall task here to face with no outs in the top of the 5th. Bases full. A ball outside of the zone. Here on the pitcher Seckler. 1 for 3 today at the plate. And he's got a chance to pick up a few ribbies here with the bases full. Ducks on the pond. Ball's outside. And Holiday trying to find his groove here with 5 consecutive balls. Just hasn't been able to locate that strike zone at least yet. We'll see if he can find the groove here as he throws that one, excuse me, for a called strike on the outside corner of the plate. So the count will move to 2-1. Still in favor here, the batter Bryson Seckler, as that one's way up high at the helmet. Seckler quickly leans out of that one and moves the count to 3-1. So Holiday has to be careful. Nowhere to put the batter Seckler on as he tosses, and that one will skip in the dirt and be ball 4. So back-to-back walks for the Rams, and things are starting to go wrong here for Turkeyfoot as right now Hunter Holiday's just struggling from the mound. And head coach Eric Swank will come out to talk things over, and we'll take a quick break. Right now, scores 9-4 with the bases still full for Meyersdale. As both teams come back out here onto the field after a little bit of talking over between the respective coaches as Donica steps up into the box and Holiday throws that one. That one's poked over to second base, and that one will skip off Schmidt's glove, and 2 runs will score for Meyersdale. A crucial error by Schmidt cost the Rams 2 runs, and Meyersdale now leading 11-4 big over Turkeyfoot. As runners remain on the corners here in the top of the 5th inning, a called strike is taken on Harvey as Donica advances to second base as he picks up a stolen base. Score moving to 11-4 right now in the top of the 5th. Pitches inside for a ball. So the count will go to 1-1 here on Harvey. 1 for 2 at the plate today for the Rams. He'll take a look at the next pitch out way up high for ball 2 as Holiday still trying to locate that pitch into the zone. And with a 2-1 count, Holiday sitting at 22 pitches so far this inning. And he'll push off the rubber once more. And that one is chopped down the line by Harvey. Foul for strike number 2 to put the count at 2-2 with 1 out. And Donica and Seckler standing at second and third base respectively for the Meyersdale Red Raiders. As Holiday comes set on the mound. The toss. Poked up high by Meyersdale. That one's fielded quickly by Schmidt and tossed over to first base to Nicholson. Seckler will score though on the hit. And Harvey will pick up the RBI with Donica moving over to third base. And the Red Raiders extending their lead to 12-4 right now over the Rams. Matt Boyce at the play here for Meyersdale. Ball up high at the chin level on the right-hander. Slight slim crowd here today as compared to normal. A lot of people, I'm sure, deciding to stay at home today as that one smacked into center field. Kemp's calling for it, and he'll get it in time. In the meantime, Boyce will tag up from third, so a sac fly, Donica will tag up from third, so the sac fly by Boyce brings home Donica, and with the bases clear, Kretschmann will come to the plate with the Red Raiders on top right now, 13-4. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Here with 2 outs, Holiday trying to end the inning here after a long inning here it's been as the Red Raiders have exploded to get their lead up to 13-4 as that pitch is taken outside for a ball here on Kretschmann. Gabe Kretschmann 0 for 2 so far in this ball game, so we'll try to put the bat to the ball here, and he'll hold off as the pitch is taken up high to move the count to no strikes and 3 balls. 2 outs. Holiday rubs the ball behind his back. He'll toss that one in, but ball 4 is taken by Crutchman, and he'll jog his way down the first base line here for Meyersdale to put him on, with Geiger coming up to bat. And now, once again, Eric Swank will come out to talk things over with Hunter Holiday. In the meantime, let's take a look at the West Pac South standings. Right now, Rockwood's sitting on top with a 4-1 record. Berlin sitting in second place at 3-1. Turkeyfoot, meanwhile, is at 3-3, while the Red Raiders of Meyersdale are in fourth with a 2-2 record. The Panthers of Shade 1-3 on the year, while the Vikings were able to pick up their first win yesterday and advance their record to 1-4 on the year. Pitching changes made by the Rams as Bryce Schmidt will come into the game. Hunter Holiday will move over to third base, while Jesse Colt will transition over to second. As yesterday, Bryce Schmidt pitched a third of an inning against the Vikings, where he threw 6 pitches and got the final out in that inning and allowed 1 walk. So maybe head coach Eric Swank trying to give Schmidt a little bit of experience here in this game, as the Rams find themselves down 13-4, with Geiger coming to the plate for Meyersdale. Right now, Crutchman standing on first base. I hope all of you watching here today, we can't appreciate all of you enough for your continued support and making all things possible here on the YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you already aren't, as that really means to a lot of us here, and keeps the channel growing and makes us be able to do lots more live events. Schmidt takes a few more warm-up pitches here for the Rams. Geiger sitting outside the box with a few warm-up pitches. Bryce Schmidt used to go to Derry High School, came here to Confluence, and now resides up in Fort Hill, right beside my grandparents, Clayton and Betty Tressler. A shout out to them, as Bryce Schmidt and his family lives just right down the road from them. So we'll see if we'll see what he can do. From the mound here, and the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs to throw by Schmidt. Bunt is shown. A cold strike. The ball gets by, and now the runner around seconds. The Meyersdale dugout were screaming for Crutchman to take one more base, but Crutchman knows that probably wasn't the best decision. He elects not to take any more bases, but he will pick up a stolen base in the process. And with 2 outs and 0-1 count on the batter Geiger, and 2 consecutive strikes here on the lefty, puts the count at 0-2. Bryce Schmidt, also left-hander from the mound. He needs 1 more strike to get Geiger here. The southpaw comes set, and now a weird scenario there as the batter Geiger calls time, and Crutchman was almost 3/4 of the way to third base, but he'll have to trot back over to second, and Schmidt will regain his stance. Schmidt, the southpaw thrower. He'll toss that one in. Foul back by Geiger as he stays alive in the box here with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th. Few checks by Schmidt from the mound. He'll come from the stretch and the throw. That one's taken for a ball up high. Crutchman slides into third base safely for a stolen base. And he's only right down the line from coming home here for the Red Raiders with a 1 ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs. The lift by Schmidt and the strike 3 swing by Geiger. And Schmidt gets the K for the Rams to end the long top of the 5th inning. We'll step aside here on Luke Bauer Sports Broadcaster's YouTube channel. Score right now 13-4 in favor of the Red Raiders of Meyersdale. Heading into the bottom of the fifth, with the Rams coming to the plate as Hunter Holiday taps the plate a few times, and he'll face Bryson Seckler, still dealing for the Meyersdale Red Raiders as he's thrown 63 pitches and so far has been near lights out as the opening pitch of the bottom of the fifth inning is taken for a cold strike. As Seckler once again will throw in the swing and the miss by the batter Holiday for the second strike of the at-bat. As Seckler settles in from the mound, he'll come set. That one's poked up in the air. Seckler calling for it. Holiday will make his way down the line, and Seckler will squeeze that one into his glove for the first out of the inning.